all right. We're at day 54, or day 2, however you want to look at it. I didn't have my camera. My GoPro is dead, so we're at after work time. I was just going to give you a little update on what I did get done today. One thing that I've done today, because we're trying to make progress every day here, because we need to, because it's going to be snowing here soon. So one thing that I did, this is the stone room as I call it. I've got concrete down here that was bad, and I'm busting up to get it out of here. So what I do is I fill up those buckets, and then I haul those out and I put them in my van, and when I'm going to a spot that I can dump them, I try to take advantage of that opportunity. I go dump them. So I dumped those over noon hour. Another thing that I did is I met with a guy that's kind of giving me consultation on the propane. And I think we made some nice progress on that. So I have a 1,000-gallon propane tank outside that I've had for a couple years. It's on a trailer, and I've always thought that I'm going to take it off, and I think I will take it off. But current state, I think I'm going to just leave it on the trailer, and I'm going to get it up close to the house, maybe 25, 30 feet away, park it, run a temporary line to the house, and then do all the work in the house here, where here this window's going to come out. I'm going to put a piece of plywood here. I'm going to have black pipe come in, and we're going to try to hug this side, and we're going to get it over to here, which will be the manifold. We're going to do a manifold there that will have at least 5 valves or 6 valves. So we'll have it'll be one for each furnace. We'll have a furnace up on the 3rd floor, and then a main furnace that covers the other 3 floors. And then the hot water heater here, which is on demand Rinnai, which I forget, it probably says, yeah, 199,000 BTUs. So this maximum, consumes a lot. What was I going with that? So we'll have those 3 things on it. We'll have our range on it. So I wanted to talk to him about what size black pipe would I use. Turns out 3/4 should be like 500,000 BTUs or 600,000, depending on my distance here to my manifold. So long story short, we figured that out. So that was something good today. I met him. I got to do that, get it stubbed out there, and we'll get that propane to the house, which will be great as we think about getting this place heated. Another thing, what else did I do? I did a few other things. I went and stopped at our local building center and bought some more fanfold insulation, because I'm putting fanfold insulation on the outside of the house. So I do have a few here. They're 50 foot by 4 feet, so I got 2 here, and then I got 4 more over there, so a total of 6. Plus, he got me, I think he was picking me up 3 more tonight that I'll get tomorrow. So that'll give me 9, which will cover a good chunk of the house. I have been, like I have of the video from yesterday, I've been trying to strip the house, and it's kind of messy up here. But this is kind of what I'm working on right now. I'm starting to get the styrofoam up on this side. This is the east side, and I want to go down this whole side and get these cavities kind of filled up, just like this. Again, I have the styrofoam. Seems to make sense to me. Hope it does. So I got some work that I'm going to do here, and then I'll move the scaffolding down that way, continue it, tear off the remaining little bit here of siding, and then I'll probably lower the scaffolding, and I'll start to go back around the whole thing and continue stripping off the siding. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. I'm going to continue working on that tonight. Why do I feel like there was something else that I did? That's kind of the main stuff. Yeah, and I'll continue on this tonight, I guess, and we'll see how far we get. I'd like to at least get the styrofoam all up in here and get that tucked up nice, get it moved down, get this other window out, and continue on the progress here. I guess another thing that I did over noon hour is I was trying to do some calculations. Oh! Woo, I tripped on the styrofoam. trying to do some calculations. These windows here on the second floor will all be rough opening 32.5 by 56.25. So they work out really close to how this current opening is, but I'm gonna have to tweak them a little bit to get those measurements to fit. I did that measurement because it's gonna be maybe hard to explain a little bit, but on these windows there's probably a good chunk of this that had the weights in here. So even though the opening is a lot bigger, the window itself would have been narrower. So that's one reason. Another reason is when you deal with these they're Marvin windows that I'm putting in. I would assume it's the same with Anderson and other lines, but they have standard sizes, and the standard sizes are a little less cost than like custom sizes. And so I wanted to get a standard size as close as I could to the opening that we have, and it's really close, but it's going to take a little tweaking. Then you have a double, you know, two double hungs right next to one another, and so on and so forth around the house. But one thing that I need to kind of figure out is how extensive, you know, there's no header on these, and so I need to think through whether or not I want to spend the time kind of framing this up how you would frame it up today and put a header in there. You can see it does appear to have a slight sag, so I gotta decide how much effort do I want to put in to bring it up to kind of today's standards. You know, it's been there over 100 years like this, and you're like, do I really want to spend the time changing much of that when, you know, presumably it's gonna last longer than I'm alive without having much difference? So I might try to find a median happy ground, you know, something in the middle that I feel like I'm doing something to bring it up to today's standards, but not, you know, something that the juice is worth the squeeze. So I'll continue working on that. We'll keep going. Day 54. All right, little update here on the evening. Day 54, day 2, however we want to call it. I did get this window out. I got the rest of the siding stripped on the basically second floor. So this siding is all stripped on this second floor. I've dropped the scaffolding down and started tearing off, kind of mid-range, second floor, first floor. I did some styrofoam more up in the soffit area. I will have to get back up in there and touch up. I do have that corner yet I need to do some work on. And then I have been spray foaming like the cracks up in there to really seal it up. I'm just trying to get it sealed up. So I'll have to come back and do that. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep tearing away here. I'd like to do a time lapse. I did last night, and I should have done that tonight, but I really wasn't thinking about it. So I'm gonna keep going. The daylight is fading. Well, it is hard to see anything, I guess. I don't know how well it's going to come out, but I've got most of this side down now. You know, now I'm kind of down past the middle part, down to the lower part. I guess I got a little bit right here, kind of above that window. Otherwise, yeah, we're looking pretty good on this side, which is what I want to get done. And then this side, of course, is a lot less because there's a couple big windows. It's a smaller side, and it's already down, you know, to here. So anyway, yeah, making progress.